So, you know, oh, yeah. And we're good?
All right, we're ready to start. Let me recommend to the board that we do the board reorganization first, in that the former chair has stepped down from the board after well over a decade, maybe two. Everyone's thankful for his service, but we need to do a restart with the board. Anyone willing to recommend a new chair?
Sure, everybody's looking at me,
Pretty much.
since I'm the senior one here.
I recommend Bruce Gingrich.
Ditto.
Seconded?
Second.
Seconded. Get a third, then I'm
All right.
bet.
It's unanimous for Mr. Gingrich for chair.
Okay. Yikes.
Also, I know that David had some interest in becoming an associate member rather than a full member. That being the case, that would make 2 open slots on the board. So the board should consider making both Andy and Stephen full members of the board. So you would just make motions to that effect.
Is Andy good with that?
Andy, are you good with that?
I would be honored to be full board member.
Good,
I'd be happy to accept, yeah.
great,
All right.
good. Then we got 3.
Success.
Good to go. That's good, because if not, we have to go recruiting.
Very good. So we have a newly constituted board. So we can get on about the night's agenda. The first meeting is a public hearing for the property located at 275 Echo Cove Road, map 60, lot 16. Applicant is owner Richard Green. The special permit application is required under zoning bylaw 3.6 in order to create an accessory apartment in the existing dwelling.
Good evening, everyone. We moved into the house 3 years ago. The house has a current in-law apartment upstairs. The person that lived there before me, his mother was up there when she passed away. He was actually renting it out. We've been there for 3 years, and right now it's just open space. It's fully furnished. It's got a full bath and a shower, a full kitchen.
Recording in progress.
Yeah, it's got a full kitchen, and basically, I don't have to do anything to it. I'm going to do nothing to it. I just want to rent it out because I'm retired now, on a fixed income, and my wife and I are separating, and I'm not going to be able to stay there unless I can rent the apartment. And it was rented before, and there were no problems with it then, so there's ample parking. The driveway can hold up to 6 cars. There's entrances. Do you have any questions?
So it's under 900 square feet,
Yes,
correct?
675, I believe.
Okay. And it's completely separate from the other part of the house?
Yes, this is.
Entrance?
Yes,
No,
oh, yes.
okay.
It's
Yeah.
completely separate. I mean, the other guy had it all fixed up. The only problem was he never got a permit.
Yeah,
I want to do it right, because I want to be able to sleep at night. So,
and then one of the
everything's-
criteria is for you to be living there.
oh, I'm going to
as a
stay there.
Permanent home, yeah, okay.
We have a son, senior in high school. He'll be going off to college in a year, but I'll be living, downstairs, with hopefully some renters upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we'll be good to go.
Okay, I have a plan here, but it's not really, I think the way it was printed out, it's a little tricky to read. But I don't,
Do you want me to
No,
help you
there's-
with it?
I don't know if it got cut off. Maybe you can show it to me, just kind of,
And do you have a bigger version? By any chance?
No.
So 3.61 allows them to do the rental.
Here's the dining area. This is that's the bedroom there.
Yep.
This is the living area, the walk-in closet. This separates this part of the house, which goes with the bottom floor. All we're renting is this part of the house,
Mhm.
the top floor.
so is that door,
It's sealed.
there's no passageway through
No.
there? Okay.
It's sealed.
Like that door is no longer there, or it's just
Oh, it's
locked,
there, but it's sealed.
like
When you say sealed, what do you mean?
screwed in place?
It's got two locks on it.
So it has to be unlocked from both sides?
No, just one side.
Okay.
One
From,
side.
from your side?
Okay. And where do you go out, here? Is that the in and out, right
Yeah,
there?
Well, no, that's the deck. The staircase is down here.
Okay.
Is this the copy?
That's the whole package that we received.
Is the copy I gave him? I mean, that is, but the copy I gave him actually showed you the stairs going down.
Yeah, I think it's something in the copying when she ran through the machine, didn't quite catch it all. So, you guys have any questions?
Basically, I'm not doing anything to it.
Right,
No additions, no subtractions, no. The Board of Health okayed it in that package. It should be.
yeah, so I think there's a letter in there
Yeah.
stating that
I got a letter from him.
it's a 4-bedroom now. We'll
Four-bedroom
stay
now,
that.
yeah. And the septic is fine. That was tested when we moved in 2-3 years ago. It was pumped last year.
Are there any concerns with the neighbor? Do any of your neighbors have concerns?
No, in fact, I don't know if you guys got a letter, but my neighbor across the street sent a letter supporting me that she was good with this.
We did receive that letter. I
Yeah.
tried to track it down a while ago, but I wasn't able to find it, but I will confirm that we did receive that last week.
Yeah. And the lady, there's nobody on two sides of me, the one side and the back side, there's nobody there. On the other side of me is a very nice elderly lady, and she knows all about this. She knows that the guy before me had an apartment up there. She knows about the apartment, and she's fine with it. But I didn't get a letter from her or anything. But the people across the street sent a letter, they were nice to do that.
Bruce, I have a question from reading the bylaws. It is my understanding that a in-law apartment, when the in-law or family member is no longer living in the apartment, like the kitchen can come out, like it all should come out, and then because you're really granting it to help. help family members that need to be living with you. In this case, we're putting the in-law apartment, which is no longer living in the apartment. Like, in this case, we're have you seen a case before like this where a previous owner did not do what they should have? They then were renting it out, and now a new owner is asking to be doing the same thing and like going about the process in the right way. Have you had a case like that before, and what would you recommend in this?
I don't recall any cases very similar to that. I know we used to require that removal once a family member moved out.
Nothing was
But no, I
removed,
think-
everything's still
yeah.
there.
I think the attitude has changed recently on that.
I mean, all it is a,
Bruce, under 3613, provide older homeowners with the means to obtain rental income, companionship, security, and services, and thereby to enable them to stay more comfortably in their home. He's retiring, so he would fall under that to establish income in order to stay in his home. So, and the fact that he's coming in to correct a previous error,
right.
I don't think we should hold
Correct.
a previous error when he's doing it the right way, when one of the bylaws supports his need.
Right, right. I agree with that totally.
Also in support of 3611, adding moderately priced rental units to the housing stock.
Yeah, and we've been doing that recently, so I don't see a problem with it. Any comments from the public? In Zoom land?
I see no hands up.
Okay. We ready to vote on it?
That's you three.
Would you entertain a motion?
I'll entertain a motion to approve the apartment as it is, with no changes, bringing it up to snuff, bylaw-wise.
I motion to
Motion.
approve the accessory apartment.
All right, Stephen motions to approve. Have a second?
I second. Andy.
Second by Andy. So it's been approved. Now we have 20 days?
Yes.
I gotta learn my rules here. 20 days to,
Wait, we motioned. Do we have to
Oh.
vote now?
oh, right, we have to,
Don't we have to vote on the motion?
Yeah, right.
okay.
Don't mean to be the
No, I
parliamentarian.
know, I'm
of
not,
all.
I know, I've been doing this, but I haven't been running it.
So
So it's a little-
you would say that you move to vote to approve the accessory apartment.
I move to vote to approve the accessory apartment.
Okay.
Seconded?
Do I have a second on that?
I second.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Yeah, three of us, so, good. Got a lot.
Bumble.
Get this process. So yeah, so I have, as chairman now, I have 20 days to write up the decision and then get that filed with the town. And at that point, well, you're not doing anything, so you're not,
Well, I'm going fishing, so.
you're going fishing, okay. So, yeah, so you will be legal, I guess does that need to be put into the,
Maybe a registry of deeds.
Registry
might
of
need an
deeds?
update.
Yes,
Yes.
it will need to be registered.
To update what?
Registry of deeds.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
once you get the filed permit.
So I'm gonna get a permit, a file permit.
Yeah, you'll get the decision from this board, and once you do, you'll take a copy of that and file that with the Essex County Registry of Deeds.
Down in Salem,
Yes, sir.
Essex County Registry.
Yeah.
All right. And then I'll get a,
and then you're good to go.
then I get a permit there, and
You'd have to do homeowners, and that would be separate for rental insurance. So obviously, like Board of Health would have to come check. Fire department would have to be, informed because it is a legal rental unit. So you have to make sure you're up to snuff and all that. That's separate from us.
okay, so will I get instructions on that somewhere?
You would have to look that up on what you would have to do as a landlord.
Okay, oh, so I have to, okay. This is all new to me.
Yeah.
All right then, so
Okay.
thank you.
Permanent occupancy, that's what you're going to need to.
Yeah.
Permit of
Mm.
occupancy, okay.
I expect the assessors department will also, if you don't have an address for that unit, you'll want to get one.
I was thinking that, yeah, like 275A, B.
Yeah, something like that. Police and fire always like to make sure that that's recorded for 911 purposes.
Sure.
Appreciate you making this legal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I want to do it right.
Yeah, I don't know how it, in this case, the building inspector would probably want to take a walk through also.
Sure.
Just to make sure you have proper egress.
Sure.
Then
I mean,
fire,
we've
smokes and
talked
all that
numerous
stuff.
times, but he can come on.
Yeah, okay.
Your first part's done, now you got the rest to do.
Yeah. Just to make it all good.
That's
and you're good to go.
Okay, so thank you.
All right,
Thank you very much.
All right. I will read the posting. The Town of Hamilton Zoning Board of Appeals will hold public hearing on Wednesday, July 7th, 2023 at 7 p.m. Town Hall, 577 Bay Road, Memorial Room, and via Zoom for the property located at 11 Arthur Street, Assessors Map 47, Lot 139. Applicant is Raymond Marquis, 450B Paradise Road, Swampscott, Mass. And the owner is, help me out here, Raghavinder Bolshetty. Okay. Applicant is seeking a variance from the front yard setback under zoning bylaw 4.0 dimensional and density regulations in order to construct a 6 by 6 by 7 by 4-inch front porch with attached overhang canopy to be 7 foot 4 inches wide. Copy of the application is available for review by contacting the building department. Does someone want to present?
Yes. Hi, I'm Ray Marquis. I'm the owner of Marquis Contracting. So I was asked to look at building a roof over the existing stairway. Looking at the stairway, it was a preformed stair, and really not enough width to put a roof in columns and rails. And so my suggestion was to remove the preformed stair, which is too narrow, build another stair, footings, frame it, composite decking, and build a roof above. So when I went to the building department, they told me that the stairway, the existing stairway, was within the setback. So that was already, and that was approved to put in when the house was built. But building a roof above, I would have to go in front of the zoning board. So that's basically why I'm here, is to be able to put that roof over a new frame with new framing, decking, composite decking, and stairs and rails. We're making it wider. We're not coming out any further. We're making it 8 inches wider on either side. So we're not changing really the footprint. We're just making it a bit wider, but the stairway itself is going to come out the same amount. It's just going to be new material and remove the preform cement stairway. And that's basically it. And the reason for the roof is because when it's their main door, storms, rain, snow. When you open the door, the rain immediately comes in. It's a 2-story colonial, and the idea is to have that buffer so that you can go out or come in and
the floor getting bulged and the water is coming down the floor. And we discussed like few years back, we want to put the total formal porch, but you guys said just do it for
Right.
the door. So just we are planning for the door because it's getting harder and harder every time, like the water comes in, the snow comes in, every time it's not at all easy getting to the house.
Mm.
So just we are doing for the door, that's it.
Does the roof extend any further than the existing stairs?
No, everything will stay within the existing stair. The existing stair will not come out any further than it is now. It's just going to be removed because it's preformed, and, you know, there's only certain sizes you can get. This one here is really too narrow to actually put posts and rails. So it has to be made wider, but it won't come out any further, nor will the roof.
And by the drawing, it looked like the roof is only going to cover the landing
That's
part,
correct.
not the steps.
That's right. That's right. It's not going any further than the landing itself.
I mean, there's no encroaching on the setback,
Well, there is on that.
other than what's already there. It's not increasing
It's
the non.
not increasing it because of the steps being there. I know this went back and forth a couple of years ago, like you said, because you want to do a larger porch.
But we are
farmer
not
porch,
doing
but-
that, we're just
Right.
doing for the door.
So you're just
Because we
trying to
we
protect
want
the
to
door.
protect the property, like the door is rotten and the floor is bulging and the water leaking
They have
and
oak
all sort
flooring,
of
and
problems.
the water gets in there, you know, and it gets on the oak flooring, and it's already started to lift it.
And when you go there, the floor is like a little bit shaking, I don't want to be that, like,
Yeah.
So when I went to the building department, I met with the building inspector and the secretary, and I filled out the application, and then she said, oh, this, you'll have to get approval. And I said, okay, fine, she said, do you want to, you know, go ahead with it? And I called the owner, and I said, do you want to go ahead with it? And he said, yes. So I went ahead and got all the information and did everything I had to get
Yeah.
this meeting. But,
It's where you're looking for a variance, right?
yes.
Are we
For-
sure that
for
this
the-
requires a variance?
I think it's the opinion of the building commissioner that it does.
Yeah, this is a question of whether, this meeting is a question of whether it needs a variance or not. Is that what I read? I read that somewhere.
We're not changing the non-conformity except for the 8, what you said, 8 inches either side?
Yeah, but we added, it may not even be 8, it could be more like 7
not
and a
6
half.
maybe. So.
Yeah, so it's, but we're not coming out any further than the existing stair right now, or the existing landing and stairway. We're gonna be replacing it, but we're not coming out any
And we're not building a wall.
further. We're not building any
No, it's
walls.
No.
So
Open air.
We're just, the main thing, the main reason is to create, to build this roof so that it gives a buffer between the coming in and out, so that
Yeah,
it's,
if it's continually raining and snow, it's hard to get into the house. And also with the steps, we are taking this water and the snow inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
And it's damaging the floor as well.
Yes.
So he would qualify, I guess, under the 5.32 alternation to provide for the same purpose in a essentially different manner. I mean, they're still going in the front door, it's still a front door landing, they're just adding the roof, which,
Yeah, weather protection.
yeah, so,
To my other board members, has anyone looked into the Bell Alta case and see if it applies here and if we'd be able to grant relief without a variance?
I think that it would. I'm not even sure why a variance is required, because we're not increasing a nonconformity. Is it?
Right, a variance is more of a,
I think this is just
For a
because there was a
hardship.
previous case and they just want to
Yeah,
that's
cover
right.
it.
That's, yeah, and I was told about that when I, filled out the application, and she said, oh, we had an issue with this, and I said, okay. She said, you're gonna have to go in front
Oh,
of.
because of the history, because of
Yes.
the request for variance previously, which was denied.
That's exactly right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But this is changed. This is just changed to the existing stairway and creating a new roof, and just building a new roof.
Yeah, even last time, you guys are all agreed, like, build the just for the door, we can give the permission last time, like we talked, instead of farmer porch, they agreed like.
I think there was
just
a
for the door.
farmer's porch or something. That was-
Yeah, it was-
that-
that's what was before.
Yeah,
And I know there was some comments by the previous board members of, maybe you can just do something, I think, more along the line of what you're trying to do now, which is just a bare minimum coverage.
Yeah,
I drove by today and looked at it, and you are closer, the other issue is you're closer to the road than any of the next-door neighbors. So that roof element will be coming out further, closer to the road, even more so, but it is an open-air item,
Yeah,
and it's,
it won't be.
falls
an-
into our gazebo event.
yeah. I did notice you don't have a gutter up there,
yeah, that's a plan, like putting the gutter too.
because a gutter would help an awful
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
Yeah,
It's like-
that's a
You-
total plan, porch and the.
it would
gutter
help
too, yeah.
somewhat, but I mean,
But I know, it's still going to land right there,
yeah, I mean, that's 2 stories up. So
yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I think maybe you talked about a gutter afterwards, yeah.
I mean, based on the simplicity of it, and we're talking maybe 8 inches of increase horizontally versus coming out of the road.
Right.
I think I'm okay with that, too.
Yeah.
It's okay.
So again, that's on you guys, but I mean,
It's more of the, I guess, the roof structure above is a bigger element.
It still has to be a variance, though.
Unless somebody can figure out a different approach to take.
Well,
I don't think this requires variance.
Yeah.
I think this is
The
just,
bell,
Andy?
so it looked like the Bell Alta ruled that a variance was not required for a homeowner to add a dormer to their roof, only a special permit. So I guess the question would be, is this a special permit, not a variance? If I'm reading that correctly.
That's my question, too. I almost think that under a normal circumstance, this would be a special permit. But it sounds
Yeah.
to me like it's being filed as a variance because of the pre-existing rejection
That's right.
of a previous variance.
so they're requesting a finding of facts, so I would say
Yeah.
make it a special permit. It doesn't need to be a variance because he's not putting up a wall, he's just putting up a roof structure. It's not changing the setback towards the street, so I would say special permit and
Yeah, that's what I feel like it is, too. It's
I'm just going to review this.
such a minor,
memo.
Would we be able to vote on it as a special permit today and they don't have to come back?
I think we could do it. Pat, any comment on that?
I don't have anything.
Okay.
I think from a safety perspective too, the concern is the rain and the slick and kids walking up and down. Like, so I think it would be helpful for them to resolve it today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Bruce, you go.
no, I wasn't going to say anything. I was just thinking, I guess we would have to first decide if we want to change it to a special permit.
Mhm.
Do we all feel that that's probably the more precise avenue to
I do.
document this?
Yes.
Yeah, I do too.
So 5.31 recommends extension or structural changes and alterations provided substantial. Yeah, so you could change it based off 5.31 to the special permit for the change.
Yeah.
Motion to vote on that?
So do you want to, I guess we'd motion to vote on,
The variance becoming a special permit?
yes, the variance becoming a special permit, and then
I motion
vote on
Yeah,
whether we approve
and
it.
allowing them to.
that, I motion that we vote to approve this under a special permit.
Okay. Andy?
I
Second that?
second that.
Okay. So that's approved.
have to
So
vote on
we-
all that.
Yeah, so now we've, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Andy? Okay. So it'll be a special permit, and now we're going to vote on
Aye,
allowing it to happen.
yes.
As described, no building out any further than it is now, a little wider. We're okay with that. And then that is it, and it should never be
Bruce.
enclosed.
Bruce, one que-
yep.
Do we have any concern on the height of the roof? Is there any limitations we want to put on that before we vote?
They can only go up so high because they've got, I think, a window right above it. So it's just a canopy over the stoop, so I don't think that's an issue.
Yeah, it'll be a typical gable, that goes appropriately with the building. It's a two-story colonial.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a massive height.
Right, you lose your effect.
Right, exactly.
So, we have a motion to approve it as a special permit and
I motion
as
to
it's,
approve the special permit as is listed.
you have a second that?
I second.
Second? Okay. We vote to approve.
All in favor?
Aye.
Favor? Aye?
Aye.
Okay. That is approved as a special permit.
Great, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
And again, it'll be
Thanks for your time.
20 days, and then you can we'll file it, and then from there, you can pull your permit to do the
Okay.
construction.
I
you have
already
to wait.
filled out the permit application. I actually paid them already, but I'll talk to them as far as changing that all around to what,
All right.
you approved, so.
They won't be able to do it until after Bruce files it.
Okay.
Yeah, until it gets filed.
So
yeah.
with 20 days?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you very
All
much.
right, you bet.
All right.
And
Approval of
after that,
Congratulations.
we have, well, we have to vote on our meeting minutes from,
Yep, approval of minutes.
on that, from the June meeting
And May.
And May.
in May. Oh, there was a mix-up on that, I saw.
Yeah,
There was like
yeah.
I didn't write down what it was, but,
Where did my email go?
shall we vote on that?
Now that I'm a full member of the board, I'll request a lowercase r in my name. Maybe we put that,
Oh, no.
that
Oh,
change
okay.
into the transcriber.
Yeah, okay. It's a lowercase, okay.
Very good.
I gotta start
Do
being
that.
more official now.
Yes, gotta get it right or else
You
we'll get in trouble.
already are official. You're just more official.
More official.
Okay, so, shall we vote to approve the meeting minutes?
I guess since I was part of that, I can, because that's my name, so I vote that we approve the meeting minutes as submitted.
Okay, second? Is it
You-
I second.
Steve, I think you were there, yeah. Okay,
All in favor?
all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
all right, they've been approved. And that's the end of this
You
meeting.
do both May and June right there, or do we need to do them separately?
Oh, I thought it was one that was,
We were sent May and June.
that was sent, I
We
thought
had to
there was.
we had to do May, because
They made the minor altercation, the minor adjustments to the larger plan. They just changed like a few extra words that Bruce had, or that Bill had asked them to do, I think.
Oh, okay.
So, we say.
I did not read that one, so I don't,
Yeah, all right.
I read the last one, so, but we can vote to approve that
All right, so
too.
we'll vote to just approve May's minutes just as a
Well,
cautionary. Or we
if
good?
two of you, yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah,
Two
all
of
right.
you vote yes, then we're good.
Yep. I vote we approve the May minutes.
Let's approve the May minutes.
aye.
All right,
Aye,
awesome.
there we go.
Congratulations, Andy.
Thanks, David. It really threw me.
I got
guess
another board they want
should've-
me on. I can't double up too much.
The power of it all.
What's your
Oh,
other
boy.
board?
Well, I'll be back in person in August. So thanks for dealing with me on Zoom until then.
Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
See you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
They want me,
I am not a leader, but we'll get there.
you'll be all right.
We'll get there. I just got.